The Australian state of Victoria is imposing tougher fines on people who knowingly breach COVID-19 stay-home orders. 439 new infections and 11 deaths have been reported in the past 24 hours. Neighbouring New South Wales has recorded just 12 new cases.
Victoria is taking no chances in its fight against COVID-19. Effective immediately, those failing to self-isolate can be fined $3,500 on the spot. That's more than double the original amount. 500 military personnel have been deployed to the state to help enforce stay-home orders.
I can confirm that the ADF, together with important authorised officers from the Department of Health and Human Services, have conducted more than 3,000 door knocks of people who should be isolating at home. More than 800 of those homes, the person who should have been isolating could not be found. That is completely unacceptable.
The state has moved to ban those under stay-home orders from leaving their homes to exercise. That's after some people left their homes for non-essential purposes under the guise of exercising. Exceptions will only be made for urgent medical care. Victoria has also seen a rise in so-called sovereign citizens, including one woman who turned violent, smashing a policewoman's head into the ground.
We've seen a trend, an emergence, if you like, of groups of people, small groups, but nonetheless concerning groups who classify themselves as sovereign citizens, whatever that might mean, people who don't think the law applies to them. We've seen them at checkpoints, baiting police, not providing their name and address. On at least 3 or 4 occasions in the past week, we've had to smash the windows of people in cars and pull them out of there so they could provide their details, because they weren't telling us where they were going. They weren't adhering to the Chief Health Officer guidelines.
Authorities are desperate to bring infection numbers down. The new measures are in addition to a nightly curfew and an impending shutdown of non-essential businesses in Melbourne. The federal government is also handing out disaster payments to prevent those with COVID-19 from returning to work. Victoria has recorded over half of Australia's total fatalities and accounts for over 65% of the country's total infections.